Yes, welcome back everybody. Block number 4 of our fabulous block of the month. Now I can't take any credit for this, so let me introduce to you our pattern partner extraordinaire and designer of this fabulous quilt, CHARISMAH Horton, everybody.
What? I'm here again. This is so exciting. It's so fabulous.
Although we do need to talk about how long you've been sleeping out on the couch. This is getting really out of control.
Well, I just really love it here. It's so vibrant and sunny and, you know, the surfing. It's just amazing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, it's okay. We can tell everybody. We did take a walk on the beach. It was part of our planning session this morning. But yeah, we're ready. We're having fun. It's called making it fun for a reason.
Business meetings on the beach with Rob. I think that's a series. Don't you think that? I think that's a series.
In the comments below, we want to know, do you want to see business meetings on the beach with Rob? I love the idea. You just sold it to the boss. This is fantastic.
Yes.
And in a second, we're probably going to teach these folks how to make this awesome block for, right?
Yes, Joe the Quilt Block. That's what we're calling it. We needed to have a man in our iconic quilting series here for Fabulous. So here it is. Yay, Joe the Quilt Block. And I assigned it Joe the Quilt Block because, I don't know, Rob said it was really easy and, you know, fun to do.
That's right. So, of course, we'll tell you the rest of the story at the end of the video. But yeah, we are honoring all of our heritage, our iconic, the inspirational quilters that have come before us and are working, you know, currently with us. That sounded kind of odd, I guess. But we're pumped up to honor all of those folks that we love out there. And so, yeah, Joe, the Quilt Block, we'll talk about that in a little bit. You know, if it's your first time here with CHARISMAH and myself at Making It Fun in our fabulous block of the month, please remember you can always go back and check out the other videos. The pattern is something that you'll purchase from a local quilt shop, an online retailer, so that you can follow along and you'll have all the math and measurements. And CHARISMAH's going to walk us through the creation of this really fun and easy block, right?
Yes, so this is an 8-month series. And we are on month 4. I can't even believe that we've done it this quickly. And you guys should start seeing your quilts come together, which is pretty awesome. All of the colors and everything that we're working with. And this is a fun block because this one does not have any color coordination really. We get to do a little bit of random colors and fun. So we're going to start with our half square triangle. We've done this in another block before. And so here we have our white cotton couture, and we've marked it already for convenience. And so then we're just going to sew on either of those lines, and I'll walk you through that.
You do want to use like a 1/4 inch seam allowance. If you're new to quilting, all of our quilt is constructed with 1/4 inch seam allowance, as most quilts are.
Okay, now I'm just going to flip it to the other side, and I'm going to sew just off of that line just a little bit.
So those 2 squares will yield 2 of these half square triangle units. And that's the other thing that we are so excited about with Fabulous. These are all basic quilt construction units, blocks like the hourglass or the half square triangle, these strip sets, but they come together to make these incredible projects.
So usually I use a ruler and a rotary cutter, but we only have one, so I can just go ahead and...
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you like.
Cut it, yeah.
What she was being kind is, Rob, you forgot to put all the tools on the set, but there we go.
You just got to work with what you got, right?
That's right. It is quilting.
We're resourceful people. Okay, and now we're going to press to the dark side like we have with all of the rest of the blocks. So here we go, Rob.
Will do.
And we have so much of this block done already. Wow.
I know,
we're like
right?
halfway through here. So the other part of this block are the 4 patches. So Rob has our half square triangles done here. Yay! We have those. And now we're going to work on our 4 patches. And in your instructions, you have the sizes and the strips, and we have our strips preset, or pre-sewn, and we've pressed to the dark. Hopefully, Rob pressed to the dark.
I did, and we have one of each color combined with one of our blacks, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm just going to cut from 2 of these strips, but you'll see that Rob has all of them prepared, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I do with the other strip sets, is I'm just going to fold these pretty sides together. Just creates a little bit less bulk when I'm cutting these because I'm going to cut 2 at a time.
Are you cutting 2 strip sets at a time, or you're just cutting 2 actual pieces at a time?
Just 2 actual pieces at a time.
Got it. Got it. So you're not going to lay that strip set on top of this strip set?
No, absolutely
I was
not.
getting really nervous.
I'm just getting it ready so that I can.
She showed you all this before, and you haven't seen. I always say you got it, but no, it made it. It was perfect last time, you know.
So here we are. Just gonna cut off that little bit in the beginning, so I can use my ruler and measure over. I'll just cut a couple cuts. Fabric doesn't go bad, right?
It doesn't go bad. And all of these little 4-patch units are made from random layout. So really the best thing to do is cut all of the parts and pieces up. And then you can just kind of mix and match either on your design wall or on the table in front of you. Make lots of different color combos because they're going to run throughout the quilt, as you see throughout here. They combine the blocks and it really works nicely to help carry the energy of the color through the project. So did you put your scraps for randomness like in a lunch sack and then pull them out 2 at a time? And
that's how I roll.
That's right.
I just like just letting the chips fall where they may and random. But here we go. So because we press to the dark side, the seams will nestle. Look at how great that is. So we're just going to sew that together for a 4-patch. Beautiful. All right, and look at that. Rob, can you do the honors and press that?
Will do. And now, because you have dark on both sides, you're just going to be able to press to one direction. And because it's random, it's not really going to help you down the road, but you'll be sewing on the solid seams next any rate. So,
okay.
Wonderful.
And now we have all of our 4 patches here. And we have our half square triangles. So now we're going to start putting our block together. And this is the exciting part when we get to see the magic happen, right?
Right.
So we can just randomly place our 3 little patches. So now we know that the color, even though, you know, we did that randomly. And now we're going to put our half square triangles in. And look at Joe start to come together.
Just like that.
Just so easy.
These are my favorite parts to make here. The ones that you just cut straight off the bolt and you're done.
So now we're going to sew those together, and guess what? We're going to chain piece.
Always when possible, right? And I will just point out, even though that last square just left, you really could see that even though the parts were random, CHARISMAH was making sure that no 2 same colors touched, and that's why you want to make all of those those 4-patch blocks first, so that you can really make sure you don't get quilted into a corner with the same 3 4-patches left over on your last block.
You just have to make sure that the colored blocks form a chain. Okay, so now we're just going to lay those out again and we'll chain piece again.
Looking great.
So easy.
And just visually using either the big white house square triangles and or the color line of the small little parts in there to make sure that everything stays organized. You could have accidentally rotated. Ooh, that's going to be a neat block. I'm messing with you. Oh, I could mess with you.
Let's not do that. I got to keep this guy in line all the time.
I think you volunteered for this job too. I can't believe it.
I know, right? I did. I don't know, I was having a weak moment. I can't believe this. This is going to be so fabulous.
I love it. Gonna go ahead and start pressing. Now with this, is there any tricks to which way we're gonna end up needing to press because of the white or anything like that?
Well, we're just going to do our best here because you have white on every row. So
Sure.
I would just do the same thing that we did yesterday and just do the middle, do inside, and then do the
You got it.
inside outside, right?
Perfect.
That's the tip. Lefty loosey, inside outside.
So press it in here, and that way we can actually avoid the white seam a little bit on that side. And same by rotating and pressing over. So now that was our middle. And in case you had rotated, just double check you didn't put 2 colors back together. And so then now this is going out that way and out this way. And that'll help those blocks line up real nice as she's going ahead and lining up the rows to start putting it all together.
Okay, and the last one. What? How easy was that?
Super easy, super easy. I guess that's probably a good thing because you're going to have 16 total of the Joe the Quilt Block blocks to make to put into your fabulous project that you see behind us here.
Yes, I think this is the block that we make the most.
Right.
The most amount of. Yep. Okay, time to press.
Fantastic. I'm just going to press now in just one direction. Moving them all from left to right or right to left. And as I'm starting to do this, I guess we can now let everybody know why we call it Joe the Quilt Block. I think it's a good time to clue everybody in. And like we were saying in the beginning of the video, we really want to honor our fantastic inspirational quilters out there. And of course, being a male quilter, we assume we should have a token male, yeah. Right? And so Joe Cunningham is our token male quilter, if you hadn't picked up on that earlier. And it's fun because yes, there are a bunch of fantastic male quilters and more every day. Thanks guys for joining the club. However, Joe did put out a great book a while ago honoring a lot of male quilters, and he is a fantastic quilt maker. He's an amazing musician, a super funny individual. If you haven't seen him present, please go see a Joe Cunningham trunk show and lecture. He's just awesome. But he's also a good friend of mine, and he's the former owner of some fantastic pogo sticks, and I am now the current owner of those same fantastic pogo sticks. So thank you, Joe Cunningham, for being our inspirational quilter for our Joe the Quilt.
Thank you. It's so fabulous to have a male, another male, be a part of our list of quilters. And he was Alex approved.
That's right. Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I think there's some really great content on thequiltshow.com of Joe and Alex together, and Alex's website as well. So fantastic. Yes. And it's fun to plug our friends, but it wouldn't be a show if we didn't plug my friend right here. So take it away. Plug it.
I'm Charisma at charismascorner.com. So if you love this pattern and you love the color and the modern and all of the things that make this so fabulous, please visit me there. I have more than 200 patterns and so many things to share. So thank you for joining us today.
And we will see you with another installment of these fabulous quilt blocks and all of this wonderful info on the block of the month, and another great video very soon at Making It Fun.
Fabulous!
Wow, you are still there. Thanks for sticking with me till the end of the video. I know, I get a little long-winded sometimes. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you check out a few of the other ones we've created. I think they're terrific. And of course, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the little bell to be notified. I don't want you to miss a moment of the fun. Stay safe and happy sewing.